We need to talk.
I hope it's about him.
So it's Christmas time, and at our house we celebrate just a little bit differently. We enjoy the Star Wars. So as you can tell by the trees, we like to call it something else.
That's the spirit. You'll be celebrating Life Day before you know it.
And this Life Day, we are going to be celebrating with some cookies of this special little guy here. We're going to make Baby Yoda / Grogu cookies. For our sugar cookies, we need 1 cup of unsalted butter, and that needs to be brought to room temperature so it's not cold and it's easy to mush. 1 cup of sugar, and we need 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla, 1 large egg, 2.5 cups of flour, and then 3/4 of a teaspoon of both baking powder and salt. What we're going to do first is add our salt and our baking powder to our flour here. And all I've got right here is my tiny whisk, so big whisk would probably be better, but I'm going to tiny whisk this to combine it. And then we're going to set it aside. So our dry ingredients are done, set aside. Now we need to take our sugar and our butter, and we need to cream those together. So we're going to add them in the bowl of our stand mixer here with the paddle attachment on it, and we're going to let that mix until it becomes until it comes together. Alright, that's pretty well creamed together. Okay. So now we need to add our egg and our vanilla. Let's crack our egg into a little bowl here. There, just like that, so you make sure there is no shells in it. So add your egg and your 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. We're going to turn this back on until everything is well combined. So medium-high. So now we want to slowly add our dry ingredients to our wet ingredients here and mix it in until it becomes all cohesive. Alright, so now you're supposed to take your dough here with clean hands or gloved hands, whichever you want. I don't have gloves, so I'm just going to go with clean hands. It says make 2 discs out of your dough and wrap it in plastic wrap. It's kind of sticky right now, and that's okay. That's the way it's supposed to be. What you're going to do is you're going to wrap your dough up in plastic wrap and put it in the fridge for 2 to 3 hours, and it is going to come together nicely. I'm wanting to say I am not a scientist. I am a home cook, so I have not Googled this. I probably should. But I think what happens is that it hydrates the flour, like all the wet parts of the dough combined with the dry parts of the dough. You know what? I don't know. That's just what the recipe says. Alright, so this is our dough here. Cut it in half. Okay. Alright, so we've got 2 balls of dough here. I'm going to make 2 discs of dough. Disc, that way it's easier to roll out later. And cover those in plastic wrap. Okay, so now we have our 2 discs of dough. Don't know why I like to slap things, but I do. It's nice and smooth. Beautiful, beautiful. And now they're going in the fridge for 2 to 3 hours. Okay, so it's been like, I don't know, like 3 hours. I took a nap. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm almost not ready to do this, but we're gonna do this. So we've got our cookie dough here, and we need to put some flour down so we can roll this bad boy out. Dough is done. Now what we have to do is take this angel cookie cutter and make it into a baby Yoda cookie cutter. So kind of manipulate it a little bit, and see, there you go. Now it is a Grogu cookie cutter. Alright, so finish making your little Grogu cutouts, and use the other disc. Get all of your little baby Yodas into the oven. So you want to bake them at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 Celsius for 9 to 10 minutes, or until the edges just begin to turn light brown. You don't want to burn them, because then they're not going to be very good after that. Now for the icing for our cookies, we've got 3 cups of powdered sugar here, and we want to sift it so there's no lumps. And that's going to go really quick. Let's just speed that up real quick. Now that we've got this all sifted, we're going to start with our corn syrup here. I think it's just 2 tablespoons of corn syrup, light corn syrup. And then we're going to start with 2 tablespoons of milk. We might need as much as 4, depending on how thick or thin we need the icing to be. Half a teaspoon of vanilla extract here. I'm going to mix this all up. It's a really simple icing. It's something I probably should have done in the mixer. We need to separate this into 4 colors: red, white, black, green, and brown. I do have black and brown gel. And that's looking pretty good. You don't want it to be too runny. Okay, so we're going to separate it. Now we've got all of our icings ready. Got our cookie here. Let's start. I did put a little piping tip in the bottom of the bags for the green and the brown. Start with outlining where you're going to put his head, and then fill in all of those little areas of naked cookie. And then you're going to do the white for his collar. I'm going to do just a couple of lines across. Then you're going to make another outline for his tunic and fill in all of those spots. And lastly, you're just going to make 2 little dots for his eyes. And there you go.
Grogu.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you liked the recipe, and I hope you try out these little Grogu cookies for your Life Day celebration. Make sure you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and when you do, press that little bell icon that way you know every time I upload a video. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.